So with the coils, in the video, she went through a lot of the more decorative aspects of coils. For your projects, you can definitely incorporate the spirals, the twists, you can braid the coils, do all sorts of stuff as more decorative, and then build on top of that so it works with whatever your overall design is. But coils in general are great for creating structure. So here I started this yesterday. So like in the video, I started off with just a flat piece of clay as my base. And from there I cut it into this wonky little raindrop shape. So whatever shape you want your project to be, you can cut your base to fit that. And then from there, my form, I want it to be very organic and wavy. So let's say I'm being inspired by Van Gogh's Starry Night. It's very swirly, very wavy. So I want my sculpture to have that wave and curve to it. So what I started doing is I just started putting coil on top of coil on top of coil. Just a very basic coil design. And as I started building up, I wanted it to weave out and in certain areas. So my placement of the coils matched that. So for areas where I wanted my coils to come in, I started placing them a little bit more inward, almost like a step pyramid going in. For areas where I wanted the body of my piece to go outward.
Crystal? I don't see her. Crystal for sure.
No.
Thank you.
For areas that I wanted my coil pot to go out, I placed them out a little bit. So that started to move it outward. Okay, so you can definitely get some really nice forms in and out with the coils. On the inside, what I automatically started doing is blending all my pieces together. So like in the video, you definitely want to blend on the inside. That is really going to help support and hold everything together. So with the blending, you can use any of the clay tools, you can use your finger, totally up to you. But one of the main things is that you're always supporting your clay. So if you're blending on the inside, you want to support with your hand on the outside. Okay, otherwise, you're going to end up altering and changing your form. It could get smushed. So just like with texture that you're adding, if you're applying a lot of pressure, you always want to support on the inside or outside depending on where you're applying it. I suggest blending on the inside every 3 to 4 inches. If you wait too long and your piece is too tall and you try to blend it out, you might not be able to reach all the areas. Especially if your sculpture starts to narrow at the top. If it's really narrow, you can't stick your hand in there anymore. So every 3 to 4 inches, you can go ahead and blend. And that's really going to hold all your coils together, make sure that it's structurally sound. As far as the outside, for my form, I really don't want to see all those coils. I'm really using the coils as structure. So I'll be able to go and blend the coils on the outside. And that's going to give me a nice smooth surface. And once again, I do suggest about every 3 to 4 inches. So that way you don't have too much to do all at once. Okay, so just with the clay tool, it's a little bit rough. So I always go back in with my finger and smooth it out. If you see that your clay is getting a little bit dry, you can put a little bit of water on your fingertip and that can help smooth it out. When you use your fingers to smooth, you're also able to feel your pressure a little bit better. If you press too hard, you might accidentally get your walls too thin or gouge a hole in your sculpture, which would be not so good. Okay. But there are the coils, smooth out. Now I have just a nice overall form. So if you want something very organic, curvy, wavy, coil structure is definitely the way to go. Questions? Okay. So, couple